here at Sri Shivaji College, Kandhar. I welcome today's resource person, Dr. BETKAR sir, and I also welcome all the respected professors, research scholars, and student participants who have joined this webinar. Dear participants, as you know that today we have gathered here through this online platform to understand a crucial field of intellectual property rights at the backdrop of global scenario and technological advancement, it is important to have sound understanding of intellectual property rights, understanding the technical terms like patents, trademarks, industrial designs, copyrights, and etc. It, it is the need of the hour to understand all these terms. It is said that the development of the society is directly depend on the IPR and its policy framework. And as the report of US Chamber of Commerce says that India stands at 29th position among 30 countries around the globe. So this is alarming, and it is indicating that we are lagging behind in filing our patents and copyrights. Although there are a number of innovations taking place in India, but either we are not filing them or we are not aware of filing them properly. So we should seriously be concerned about the rules and regulations regarding IPR. And for that, to discuss all these issues, today we have with us Dr. BETKAR sir. He is principal of Sri Kumar Swami College, Hausa District, Latur, Maharashtra. Sir, I thank you for accepting our invitation to be a resource person for this webinar. I also express thanks toward our principal, Dr. S.M. Jogdan sir, for presiding over this webinar. Before we proceed, I would like to mention that our president, Dr. Purushottam Dondge sir, has conveyed his best wishes for this webinar. I would also like to mention that our founder and administrator, late Dr. Bhai Kesharao Dhondge Sahib, he has started the tradition of singing Vande Mataram Geet at the beginning of any program. And I'm proud to say that because of him, this tradition is being followed in Maharashtra Assembly too. And after this Vande Mataram song, we also pay homage to known and unknown martyrs. And that is the custom that we all the time follow. But today we have this webinar, so we may not follow that tradition. But today I would like to orally pay homage to all those known and unknown martyrs at the beginning of this program. Now, to proceed in the program, I would like to invite our Vice Principal and Head of the English Department, Professor Ravindra Kusurkar sir, for his brief introductory remarks on this occasion. Sir, Kusurkar sir, over to you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
We can hear you. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Welcome to all. I welcome the president of this webinar, our principal, Dr. Suryakant Jogdan sir, and the resource person, Dr. BETKAR sir, principal, SKM College, Hausa. I also welcome all the participants and delegates, scholars from all over Marathwada region. First of all, I will clear the historical aspect of this intellectual property. International Trademark Association has near about 190 countries as a member. The first known copyright appeared in Italy, so Venice can be considered as the cradle of the IP system. The Indian Patent Act is more than 150 years old. Intellectual property rights refer to the legal rights given to the inventor or creator to protect his invention or creation for a certain period of time. Intellectual property is a term referring to the creation of intellect, the term used in studies of the human mind, for which a monopoly, from Greek word monos, means single pollen to sell. It is assigned to designated owners by law. Some common types of intellectual property rights in some foreign countries. Intellectual property right is referred to industrial property, copyright, patent, trademarks, trade secrets. All these cover music, literature, and other artistic works, discoveries and inventions, words, phrases, symbols, and designs. Intellectual property rights themselves form a property called intangible property. So, intellectual property is called as a intangible property for every civilian of the world. Now, as per the Constitution of India, Article 300A, intellectual property right is not included as a fundamental right. It is a law, and the violation of this right is punishable under Act. 6 months imprisonment with fine, extendable up to fine of 2 lakh rupees, and 3 years imprisonment is provided in the law. So, to give more time to the resource person, Dr. Betkar sir, I stop here and thank you all.
Thank you very much, Kusulkar sir, for your insightful introductory remarks. Now, I invite our today's speaker, but before that, I would like to invite Professor Ms. Diksha Kanake Madam for introduction of the chief guest. Kanake Madam.
Good morning. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, one and all who all are present over here. It's my privilege to introduce our chief guest for the day, Dr. M. Betkar, sir, from Sri Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya, Ausa, District Latur. He is going to deliver guest lecture on intellectual property rights. He has many qualifications to his credits, including that he is research supervisor with 30 years of teaching experience. He has published more than 50 research papers. Along with that, he is having 7 patents on his name. He has presented research papers at international conferences at Indonesia and Thailand, and also invited him as a keynote speaker in various international conferences at Singapore, Hong Kong, Canada, and UK. He was awarded a gold medal for his research innovation by the state government of Maharashtra under Inter-University Research Festival. In 2018, IASR Institute, Kolkata, awarded him as a Best Teacher of the Year, as well as he was awarded as a Best Principal also in 2021 at SRTMU, Nanded University. He has published one book on NAC SSR preparation, and regarding that topic, he has been invited as a speaker from all over the country. Till now, it's more than 200 speeches he has delivered on the topic intellectual property rights and patent filing. Up till he has organized more than 600 international and national events, webinars on women empowerment and women dignity. In 2022, his name got recorded in International Book of Records and Asia Book of Records. Presently, he is working as a principal at Sri Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya, Ausa. It's our privilege to have you, sir, as our chief guest. I would like to welcome Dr. M. Betkar, sir, and thank him for accepting our invitation. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. So I'm sure that this will be the feast for the day to listen to Dr. M. Betkar, sir. He has profound experience and knowledge in this field. So, with due respect, I kindly invite Dr. M. Betkar, sir, to guide us.
Thank you.
Sir, over to you.
Akshay sir and Diksha madam who introduced just me. Respected in charge principal of this college, Dr. S.M. Jogdan sir, chief organizer of this event, and chairman Dr. P.K. Dhondge sir of this Sri Shivaji Mofat Education Society. It's the well-known institute from the Maharashtra because of that honorable late founder and administrator Dr. Bhai Keshwaraji Dhondge, who is very trained freedom fighter and well known to Maharashtra, who founded this institute I first of all pay homage to him. The organizing committee members, Ravindra Kusurkar sir, who is introduced just the topic, and all the organizing committee members of this institute. First of all, I am thankful to you for inviting to speak what I am having my knowledge to share with you on IPR and patent filing. It's intellectual property day in near about, so that it will be occasion for celebrating all this. In the introduction, Dr. Krishna Agay sir said that about the need of this topic, how the researchers are neglecting, why India is lagging behind all these thing factors. It's very serious issue. I like this. The speech of your starting. I am thankful to our principal, in charge principal Jogdan sir, for inviting me especially, because he is my hostel mate and we are friends from so many years. So it was a nice to hear and to join with his institute. I would like to share my screen at first. In the next few minutes or 1 hour, we will try to share this, so that I will try to inform what I am knowing about this topic. So, if there is problem with listening or viewing this slide, please inform me. What is the objective of this presentation? Objective of presentation is to know intellectual property and intellectual property rights. Also to create the awareness about the patent system file in India. Because when we listen all these things, it will be a part of awareness, because most academicians, teachers, students, non-teaching staff students have to be aware on this topic. And after knowing awareness about that, we will go for the knowing the process of filing patent. So in next 1 hour, we will try to enlighten what is IPR, what are the types of IPR, what are the benefits of IPR, what are the various terms in the IPR, what is IPR infringement, what is patent filing, what are the types of IPR, what are the benefits from the IPR, and the related news, all these things. Let us see that on the screen. A person is thinking. It shows the first letter I. Intellectual property rights in the in this words, first letter is I. I means what? I is the intellectual thinking of a mind. On screen you are seeing that a person is thinking intellectually, and he is thinking to form an electric bulb. As an example, he is thinking intellectually. Now in this slide you can see that thinking person have formed now that electric bulb. Now this electric bulb is the idea came from intellectual thinking of that person, so that now it is the intellectual property of that person. But what happens when someone forms an intellectual property, then some persons, wrong persons from the society try to stolen the knowledge, try to use the technology without the permission of that person who has invented those things. So at that time we are in trouble, because our technology using someone and he is getting benefited, and without our permission or without the permission of that owner. So at that time these things happens if we not registered our intellectual property on our name. So the alternative is that, a solution is that we have to register that property on our name. Then we can exclude those persons who are using our technology without permission, without our consent. So it is the registration. So after the registration of the intellectual property, that person who has invented, he or she becomes the owner, and others have to take permission, because now he is getting right of that using the technology, selling the technology, and everything related to intellectual property rights to that person who has invented. So what is IPR then? IPR is the rights given over the creations of mind after registration that property on owner's name. So these are the intellectual property rights. When we register our intellectual property through a proper procedure in the intellectual property office, then and then only we get the right, and that rights are intellectual property rights. As sir said that there are two groups of intellectual properties, one intangible property and second is tangible. Intangible property just audio theme, any theme in our idea, in our mind, or a book theme. These assets are non-physical. This non-physical, but it intangible property, and intangible property is the physical presence of that property, and tangible property can be created using intangible property, so that there is a importance of that intangible property with us. Now let us see the types of intellectual properties. There are broadly 7 types of intellectual properties. First is trademark, copyright, plants breeder right, utility model or design, geographical indications, integrated chip, and lastly the patent. So these are the 7 types of the intellectual properties. Let us see one by one so that we can get more idea about it. On first slide, on this slide you are seeing that there is trademark. What is trademark? It is a well-known word to every person, because when we purchase something, then that packing of that goods is covered with a symbol or logo. On the screen you are seeing that there is symbol of Doordarshan, Lokmat, Airtel, Parle-G, WhatsApp, and BMW. These are the various creations of that particular brand by that industry or organization. They have created their own symbol and they have registered as a trademark in the trademark office, and then they marketed their products. So that this creation of the mind, that is the logo, symbol, is the trademark, and it is the intellectual property of that organization. So this intellectual property is trademark, and which is related to the industries. Second is the copyright. Copyright, as we are knowing that when we publish something, when we write a poem, when we create a software app, or when we do a painting, or we write a book, or make a video film, at that time the publication of that gives us right, that is the copyright. So copyright is related to this type of media. Sir, हाँ sir, एक हां कुणीतरी करा की सर, कुणीतरी करा, हां चालते, कुणीतरी करा की सर तुमच्यापैकी. हो सर, ठीक आहे, सॉरी. The third intellectual property is the plants breeder right. That plants breeder right means if a plant is created such that by using the biotechnology, tissue culture technology, so that it is modified for the seeds, at that time we get the plants breeder right. Now fourth intellectual property is the utility design. What is utility design? Is just the external of a thing. In the screen, on the screen you are seeing that there is bottle design, there is a chair design, and the ornamental design. So these external features of a product are known as the utility product or design of that equipment, and it can be registered as a intellectual property as a design or utility model. You are seeing that different bottles are with different designs, they are registered under the utility design, like chairs and like ornament also. If they are different kinds of the ornament, then they can be registered as a intellectual property. And fifth is the geographical indications. What are the geographical indications? Geographical indications are related to the products, may be man-made or may be natural. If a product is natural, that is Guntur chilli, Guntur is well-known city to us, then Kanchipuram silk sari, Kolhapur chappal, Basmati rice, Puneri pagdi, these are the geographical indications. So geographical indications are the products, those who are having a characteristics of that geographical locality, and it may be man-made or it may be a natural one. Out of these, chili is the natural, basmati rice is natural, but others are man-made. So they are having a property of that local attached with that product. So at that time, this famous product from that area can be registered as the intellectual property geographic indications. As we are knowing that Nagpur orange, basmati rice, Paithani of Paithan, Kullu shal, Nasik Valley wine, Tirupati laddu, Agra Petha, Rasgulla of Odisha, all these are well known words, but these are the GI tags of our India. Then what is the how it is the intellectual property? Suppose we not registered basmati rice as the geography indication, then some part it happens from Pakistan also they have claimed that basmati rice is of us. So some part of any country or in the world say that this product is ours. So to not to happen, that proper area should get credited and it is the commercialized so that geography indications can be attached to that product and can be registered. As we are knowing that in our area Waranga Khichdi is famous one. So one can go ahead for filing the geography indications for that Waranga Khichdi also. Let us see the sixth intellectual property, that is the IC layout design. What is IC layout design? Intellectual chips are made with proper design, they are properly functioning to run a hardware. So at that time, this unique design of any intellectual chip can be registered as an intellectual property. Now let us see the seventh intellectual property, that is the patent. What is patent? Let us define a patent. As our Kusurkar sir have defined perfectly the patent, but let us revise that. Patent is a monopoly right granted to a person. It's the right, monopoly right, and granted to a person who has invented a new, novel and useful article. The rights are given by the government to whom? Who has invented new, novel and useful article. If there is article is not useful, it not be covered under a patent. There is no necessary to have already to have a new or novel model, but if it is improved to an existing article, it can be filed as a patent. Then what is improvement? Let us see the example. At the first, our car were running on the diesel, then petrol, then CNG gas. Now hybrid cars are there. So it is the improvement of existing article, that is engine design of a car, and every time it is modified innovatively. So at that time, it is already patented, then we can file the patent on the improved part of this existing article. Or it may be new process of making an article. There is no need, if the article is same but process is different, the process can be filed for the patent also. It was allotted by the government of India. Before that it was not, but after that they have started to filing the patent or to granting the patent for the process also. And main thing is that the article should be capable of industrial application, because industry, application, startup, economics, all these are related to innovation, and this innovative product should be applicable in the industrial application as the industrial application. Let us see the example, a simple example of our home kitchen. It is an improvement. First thing of that is just having the small area where arrow is you are seeing, and second is having the something wider position to keep this hand very perfectly. So it is just improved in the design, you can see. Now let us see the patent categories. What are the patent categories? There are three patent categories. First is the utility patent. Utility patent is the most complex and frequently granted. There are complex process, equipments, machines, those are interrelated, and these are known as the utility patent. Second part is the design patent. Design patent is just a simple one. There is no any operative process. It is a non-operational, purely design. On screen you are seeing that there is a design of a goggle, design of a shoe, means external thickness, all these things, color, all this external design of any product is the design patent. And third is the plant patent. What is plant patent? It is a sexually produced plant or sexually produced plant seeds by combining different plants, different species to create a new plant which can give different flowers on the same plant, or the seed should be early variety which can be without fertilizer, we can cultivate it. So like this using benefit, if someone created sexually produced plant seeds, they are known as the plant patents. Now, after seeing a definition and types of the patent, let us see the patentable inventions. All things are non-patentable. All things are non-patentable, but few things are patentable and few things are non-patentable. Let us see a list. Any innovative machine, apparatus, other articles which are innovative one and industrially used one, they can be filed for the patent as a utility patent. Anything. Second, process or method of synthesis. If a tablet is having the same name but synthesis process is different, and if it is innovative, then the process of that synthesis of that tablet or any equipment, that can be filed for the patent. Third, software which is used to run a hardware, it can be granted for the patent, but single software, single app cannot be filed for the patent. It is a copywritten one. Now, food recipes, chemicals, medicines and drugs, all these can be filed for the patent. Food recipes, this process of making a food, that process, if it is innovative one, useful one, that can be filed for the patent. And medicine, chemical or drugs, they can be filed for the patent. Why medicine filed for the patent? Because any medicine can be created by using two or more chemicals, and the chemicals react in between and they lose their original property, and so that after reacting, if the product is innovative one, useful one, that can be filed for the patent. And this webinar or conference, seminar, workshop is organized by all PG department. I have forgotten to say that. Let us see non-patentable inventions. What are the non-patentable inventions? Just a few seconds before we have seen that patentable invention. Now see the non-patentable. Which things are non-patentable? This is most important to know that which things are non-patentable. First is known inventions. If someone is knowing about your invention, if others are knowing the invention, such known inventions cannot be filed for the patent. If you publish a paper, if you publish some article in the exhibition, then after within few months you have to file the patent, otherwise it is known to public. So known inventions cannot be filed for the patent. Second, inventions contrary to the natural laws. If some invention is not following to the natural laws, then it cannot be filed for the patent. Bola. Third, against public ethics and morality. Those inventions are against public ethics and morality, we can't consider it for filing the patent. Also, the inventions which causing the commercial exploitation, objective is having commercial exploitation, they cannot be filed a patent. And the inventions which are harmful to human, animal, plant life or the environment, bola, which are harmful to the plant life, animal or environment, they cannot be filed they cannot be filed for the patent, because if we give the permission which is harmful to the health of human life, then it is danger for all humans. If it is danger to the environment, plant life, then these products cannot be filed for the patent. Now, discovery of scientific principles cannot be filed for the patent, and substance obtained by admixtures cannot be filed for the patent. What is admixture? Chemistry persons are well knowing that admixture means just a mixture together, not reacted. So such admixtures are just together, they are not reacted, they are having their own existence as it is, but they are mixed one. Such type of admixtures cannot be filed a patent. For the patent there should be reaction, and plant, animals, a whole or any part cannot be filed for the patent. And the method of medical and agriculture, method of medical cure, which is having not equipment like nadi pariksha, physiotherapy, without equipment, what is the therapy of a medical cure, that cannot be filed for the patent. And also method of agriculture or horticulture cultivation methods cannot be filed the patent, cannot file the patent on that cultivation method. And if the equipment is used for medical surgery or medical field, if the equipment is used in the agriculture or horticulture field, that can be filed for the patent. Number 11, traditional knowledge cannot be filed for the patent. First of all, it is known to all, so that we can't file on the traditional knowledge. Atomic energy inventions are also not allowed to file the patent for a normal person. If you want to file the patent of atomic energy invention, then you have to take permission from the Atomic Energy Division, Government of India. Now, after seeing what is patentable, what is non-patentable, let us see the simple and funny examples about the patent. It is the first anti-eating face mask. If some patient is recommended to eat 2 times, then naturally he or she tried to eat in between. At that time, this simple mask is designed, face mask, so that it can be locked and the patient cannot eat in between. So it is anti-eating face mask. Second is moisture guard. It is the simple invention that is filed in 1876 for the patent. And patent on back scratching. This equipment is also funny equipment, and we can feel that if there is a equipment to give relief from this back scratching, then we can file for the patent. It is already filed for the patent, and this patent is filed by an officer to give the treatment to our staff, which was denying to work in the office. At that time, he found equipment known as the curing headache wheel list at the work. So these are the equipments which are already patented but are funny one. Why I collect a funny one? Because patent is not so large thing or very hard to understand, hard to know the examples. So I have collected the funny thing. Year 1937, Coca-Cola bottle is designed. That design patent of Coca-Cola bottle is on the screen. This simple equipment, tree climbing equipment, can be filed for the patent. So these are the daily routine equipments which can be filed for the patent if they are innovatively designed. This patent also, patent on seatbelt design, can be filed for the patent if you modify the seatbelt design as you are seeing on the screen. Now let us see 1 2 ka 4. 1 2 ka 4, it is not the song, but it is related to our intellectual property. Let us see on the screen. There is simple digital FM tuner created by the brand Philips. So how this single equipment is related to 4 intellectual property, let us see. The idea is patented, design, external features of that product, thickness, round shape, switches, display, all these things are registered under design. The name Philips is registered under the trademark, and music which are listening or video which are observing or watching, that is registered under the copyright. So this single intellectual property is related to other 4 properties also. If we try to if you not given name Philips and we have designed this thing and marketed to that, someone can stick his or her company name on that, and he can or she can take benefit from that product also. So every time if we design something, we have to use all type of intellectual properties as our rights. Now after seeing the definition of the patent, let us see the patent filing. How patent filing is done, because up till now we have seen the intellectual property, what are the intellectual property rights, what are the intellectual properties, what is the patent, what are the types of patent, which can be patented, which cannot be patented, what is the definition of patent. So after seeing this basic of that, you might be now thinking how to file a patent. Let us go towards filing a patent. So to file a patent, we have to write down the idea as much detail as possible. If you are going to publish a paper, you have to think for that. Similarly, if you are going to file a patent on an idea, to form an equipment, then you have to write every details of it. Secondly, we have to check the patentability of subject matter. Before few minutes we have seen that everything is not patented. Few things are patented, few things are non-patented. At that time, we have to check the patentability of subject matter on which we are thinking to file a patent. So if it is patentable, it is confirmed that it is patentable, then we can go ahead for filing the patent. Now after confirming that our idea, writing work, you might be having question in your mind that which forms are used, what is the fee of filing a patent. Let us see in this section. There are only 5 forms required for filing a patent and for granting a patent. Form number 1, 2, 3, 9 and 80. These are given name, these are given by the patent office, not by me. First form, second form, third form are compulsory with fees of 1600. Form number 9 is optional. If you want to publish your patent, you have to pay 2500. Then patent office speedily publishes your patent. And lastly, form number 8 is the compulsory request of examination. Along with these forms, if you have not filed the request for examination with fees of 2500, patent office cannot give its for the examination section. So these forms are compulsory. Nearly fees of 6600 is sufficient for filing a patent. Now let us see what are the steps for filing. First step is searching, second step is drafting, and third step is sending. Let us see these three steps one by one. What is searching? If you want to publish a paper, or if you want to write a thesis or any innovative article, you have to go to visit websites or library and collect the related literature or information from the available resources. So searching is same. If you want to file a patent, you have to search patents related, how the patents are published on the same subject. Let us see. There are 5 search engines which are available freely to a researcher. Already we have seen that there is Google search engine, but there is also Google search engine which can give a list of patents, that is the Google patents, USPTO, INPAS, Indian Patent Advanced Search System, and fourth is the ESPCnet, and fifth is the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. These are the free engines available for every researcher. There are lakhs of patents available on this. From 75 years data they have collected and uploaded. So if you think to file a patent, then you can get the benefit of this searching and you can identify the most related patent to your innovation. Before few years, 2 to 3 years, I just searched a letter PEN on this US Patent and Trademark Office search engine. I got more than 2 lakhs of the patents on the pen. Within these 3 years, this figure may be increased. So this simple pen is having more than 2 lakhs of the patents. Let us see, this workshop is organized by all the PG department, so that methanol is related to chemistry. I am not from the chemistry, but just I am knowing the word just methanol in my mind. So I tried to search how many patents are filed on the methanol. I just write a letter in the search engine. Then I found that more than 10,000 patents are filed on the methanol. So you have to search the related patents on the search engine which are most related to you. You have to refer 2 to 5 references of that, and you have to say that how you are modified innovative among the existing patent. So this is the search. After that you have to draft properly the patent. Patent drafting is also skill. It is having a special technology